Love is a language that often transcends the spoken word, finding its most profound expression in the quiet, consistent actions that define a relationship's foundation. While society often places a heavy emphasis on grand declarations and the verbal, "I love you," the true depth of a man's devotion is frequently found in the subtext of his daily behavior. For many men, vulnerability is a difficult territory to navigate with words alone. Consequently, their subconscious minds take over, directing their bodies and habits to communicate what their hearts might not yet be ready to say aloud. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't just tell you. He shows you through a series of silent, almost invisible contracts of care, protection, and attunement. These gestures are the quiet pulses of a healthy relationship, proving that his commitment is woven into the very fabric of how he exists in your presence. Understanding these 15 silent ways he shows love is essential for anyone seeking to decode the true health of their partnership. Words can be rehearsed, curated, or even used as a mask, but the subconscious habits of the body are much harder to manipulate. When he subconsciously clears a path for you in a crowded room or instinctively switches to the traffic side of the sidewalk, he isn't following a script. He is reacting to a deep-seated biological drive to protect and prioritize you. These actions are rooted in the hero instinct and the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which shifts his focus from self-preservation to partner preservation. By paying attention to these silent signals, you move past the noise of what is said and into the truth of what is felt. For many women, the lack of constant verbal reassurance can sometimes create a sense of uncertainty. However, once you learn to recognize the silent language of love, you realize that he is actually speaking to you all day long. He is speaking when he charges your phone without being asked, when he lingers in a hug for those extra few seconds of connection, or when his head naturally tilts toward yours while you're sharing a quiet moment. These are acts of attunement, a psychological state where his nervous system is perfectly synced with yours. This level of connection is a massive green flag, indicating a love that is mature, stable, and deeply rooted in your well-being. In this deep dive, we are going to explore the psychology behind the gestures that speak louder than any Hallmark card. We will look at how his physical alignment, his protective reflexes, and his small acts of service are all bricks in the fortress of his love. Whether he's a man of few words or someone who is still learning to express his emotions, these 15 behaviors are universal markers of a man who is profoundly devoted to you. Let's pull back the curtain on the silent ways he shows his love, proving that sometimes the most beautiful things in a relationship are the ones that go unsaid. 1. The long, forehead kiss before leaving. The forehead kiss is one of the most psychologically significant gestures in a romantic relationship. Unlike a kiss on the lips, which is often driven by passion and physical desire, a kiss on the forehead is an act of pure emotional intimacy, protection, and deep-seated respect. When a man lingers with his lips pressed against your forehead before he heads out the door, he is subconsciously communicating that you are someone he cherishes and wants to keep safe. This gesture activates the caretaker response in the male brain. It is a nonverbal way of saying, "I value your soul. I am here for you, and you are my sanctuary." This specific type of touch is often associated with a sense of home. Because the forehead is a non-sexual zone, the kiss feels more selfless. It is given purely for your comfort and to establish a bond of trust. In many cultures and psychological studies, the forehead is seen as the third eye or the center of the mind, so kissing it is a way of acknowledging your thoughts and your internal world. If he makes this a consistent habit, especially during transitions, like leaving for work or saying goodbye after a date, it shows that his last thought before departing is your well-being. He isn't just saying goodbye. He is marking you with his affection, ensuring that even when he is physically absent, you feel the weight of his presence and his protective energy. It is a quiet, powerful confession of a love that is steady, mature, and profoundly deep. 2. Subconsciously clearing the path for you in crowds. When a man is in love, his primal instincts for guarding and provisioning kick into high gear. You might notice that in busy environments, whether it's a crowded concert, a busy sidewalk, or a packed restaurant, He instinctively positions his body to act as a buffer between you and the rest of the world. He might walk slightly ahead of you to part the crowd, or place a gentle hand on your back to guide you through a gap. This behavior is rarely a conscious choice. It is a subconscious manifestation of his desire to prioritize your comfort and safety. He is clearing the path for you, both literally and figuratively. Psychologically, this is linked to mate guarding in its most positive form. He views you as his most precious priority, and his brain is wired to identify potential obstacles in your way. By navigating the chaos for you, he is reducing your stress levels and allowing you to move through the world with more ease. This habit shows a high level of situational awareness focused entirely on your experience. If he is always the one to open the heavy door first, check the surroundings before you enter new space, or shield you from a jostling crowd, he is showing you that he is willing to take the hits of the world so you don't have to. It is a silent, chivalrous way of proving that he has your back, and it speaks volumes about his commitment to being your partner and protector in the long run. 3. Leaning his head toward yours during shared activities. Physical proximity is a major indicator of love, but the specific act of head leaning is a sign of deep emotional synchronization. Whether you are looking at a menu together, watching a video on a phone, or just sitting on a couch, if his head naturally tilts toward yours, he is seeking mental alignment. The head is the center of our thoughts and our identity. By bringing his head close to yours, he is subconsciously trying to merge his world with yours. This creates a bubble of intimacy that excludes everyone else around you. This gesture is driven by the hormone oxytocin, which encourages bonding and togetherness. When your heads are close, you are sharing the same air space, and he is able to pick up on your subtle scent and the quietest tones of your voice. This is a sign of immense comfort and trust. A man who isn't emotionally invested will maintain a polite distance, respecting your personal space. However, a man who is falling hard will want to close that gap. He wants to see what you see and feel what you feel. If you notice that your heads are often touching or very close during quiet moments, it's a sign that he feels a profound oneness with you. He is signaling that you are his person, and his body is simply following the magnetic pull of his heart toward yours. It is a gentle, quiet way of saying, I want to be as close to you as possible in every way. 4. Mirroring your eating and walking pace. Mirroring is the ultimate subconscious compliment. When a man is deeply in love, he will unknowingly start to synchronize his biological rhythms with yours. This is most visible in how he eats and how he walks. If you take a bite of food, he takes a bite. If you walk slowly to look at a shop window, he slows his pace to match yours without you having to ask. This isn't a conscious effort to copy you. It is a neurological phenomenon called limbic resonance. His brain is so attuned to yours that he begins to mimic your tempo to create a sense of harmony and flow between you. This habit is a sign of high empathy. By matching your pace, he is ensuring that you never feel rushed, left behind, or out of sync. It shows that he is walking through life at your side, not ahead of you or behind you. In dating, this is a massive green flag because it indicates that he is a cooperator rather than a competitor. He is willing to adjust his own natural speed, whether he's a fast eater or brisk walker, just to stay in the same moment as you. It creates a seamless, comfortable energy that makes the relationship feel easy. If he consistently waits for you to finish your meal before he puts his fork down, or if he always checks his stride to make sure he's right next to you on the sidewalk, he is non-verbally telling you that your comfort and your pace are the most important things to him. He is choosing to live his life in your rhythm. 5. Holding a hand while doing completely mundane tasks. While holding hands on a romantic stroll is common, a man who is truly in love will find reasons to hold your hand during the most boring or mundane moments of life. He might reach for your hand while you're both sitting in a waiting room, while driving, if it's safe, or even while just walking through a grocery store. This mundane touch is a sign that he doesn't need a special occasion or a romantic setting to want to be connected to you. To him, your presence itself is the occasion. Hand-holding releases oxytocin and lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, for both partners. By seeking out your hand during everyday tasks, He is subconsciously creating a secure attachment. He is letting you know that he is your constant support system, regardless of what you are doing. This habit shows that he values the quiet parts of the relationship just as much as the exciting parts. It is a sign of a grounded love. He isn't just looking for passion. He is looking for a partner to hold on to while navigating the ordinary details of life. If he reaches for your hand while you're just sitting in silence or running errands, he is telling you that he never wants to do life alone again. You are his anchor, and that simple, silent connection of palms is his way of staying plugged in to the source of his happiness. 6. Performing acts of service without being asked. In the psychology of love languages, acts of service is often the most profound way a man demonstrates his commitment, especially if he isn't naturally verbal. When a man loves you, he begins to view your burdens as his own. You might find that he has filled your car with gas, fixed a squeaky door you mentioned weeks ago, or handled a tedious chore like doing the dishes while you were resting. The key here is that he does these things without being asked and, often, without seeking credit. This is a subconscious effort to pave the road for you, ensuring that your life is just a little bit easier because he is in it. This behavior is rooted in the provider and protector instinct. By taking tasks off your plate, he is physically manifesting his support. It shows a high level of cognitive empathy. He is actively thinking about your day-to-day experience and identifying points of stress that he has the power to remove. To him, these aren't just chores. They are investments in your happiness. If he notices you overwhelmed and quietly brings you a coffee or handles a grocery shopping, he is telling you that your peace of mind is his priority. This silent labor is a testament to a love that is grounded in reality. He isn't just interested in the fun parts of the relationship. He is committed to the work of building a life together. It's a powerful, quiet confession that says, I see what you need, and I've got you. 7. Giving you the full body turn when you enter the room. Body language is a window into a person's priorities, and the full body turn is one of the most honest signals of high value. When you walk into a room, pay attention to how he reacts. If he merely turns his head to acknowledge you, he is offering polite interest. However, if he pivots his entire torso, hips, and feet toward you, even if he's in the middle of a conversation or task, he is signaling that you are the most important person in his environment. This is a subconscious reorientation of his entire being toward his North Star. Psychologically, this is a sign of total engagement. By aligning his heart and his ventral side, his front, toward you, he is showing vulnerability and openness. It is a biological way of saying, you have my undivided attention. This gesture is particularly telling in social settings. If he's talking to his friends but physically shift to include you the moment you arrive, he is subconsciously merging his social world with your presence. It shows that he is never too busy for you and that your arrival is the highlight of his moment. This weird little physical shift is a massive indicator of respect and deep-seated affection. It proves that you don't just occupy a space in his mind. You command his entire physical focus. 8. Subtle physical touch like resting a hand on your knee. While grand romantic gestures get all the glory, it is the micro-touches that truly define a deep connection. When a man is in love, he seeks casual tethering. This might look like him resting a hand on your knee under a table, placing a hand on the small of your back as you walk through a door, or brushing a stray hair away from your face. These touches are non-sexual. They are bonding touches designed to maintain a physical bridge between your two bodies. This habit is driven by the need for physical reassurance. By keeping a hand on you, his nervous system receives a steady stream of safety signals. It grounds him and reminds him that you are right there with him. From a psychological perspective, this is a form of claiming behavior in its healthiest sense. He is signaling to himself and the world that you are a unit. It also shows a high degree of comfort. He doesn't feel the need for performative affection. He just wants the simple, quiet warmth of your skin against his. If he reaches for you in these small, subtle ways during a movie or while out with friends, he is telling you that he is constantly aware of you. Even when he isn't speaking to you, he is talking to you through his touch, ensuring that the connection remains unbroken. 9. giving up the best part of his meal for you. It might seem small, but the act of sharing food, specifically giving up the prize piece, is a deeply primal sign of love. Whether it's the last bite of a dessert, the best cut of a steak, or the perfect fry, when a man offers it to you, he is practicing altruistic sharing. In the animal kingdom, providing high-value food to a partner is a clear sign of mating and bonding. In humans, it is a conscious sacrifice of his own immediate pleasure for your satisfaction. This behavior shows that your happiness provides him with more reward than the food itself. His brain is wired to find joy in your enjoyment. It's a sign that he is no longer thinking in terms of me, but in terms of us. If he consistently offers you the first sip of his drink or the best part of his meal, he is non-verbally communicating his generosity and his desire to provide for you. It's a mini sacrifice that reflects a much larger willingness to put your needs above his own in the relationship. It proves that he isn't selfish. He is a giver who finds fulfillment in seeing you satisfied. In the silent language of love, a shared plate is often more meaningful than a dozen roses. 10. Watching your favorite show just to be near you. Men often show love through quality time, but a specific sign of deep devotion is when he joins you in an activity that he has zero personal interest in. If he sits through a 3-hour period drama, a reality TV marathon, or a documentary about a hobby he doesn't share, just because you love it, he is practicing proximity seeking. He isn't there for the content on the screen. He is there for the person sitting next to him on the couch. This is a form of shared experience building. He knows that by participating in your world, he is creating a stronger bond. He is learning about your tastes, your reactions, and what makes you laugh or cry. Psychologically, this shows a high level of investment. He is willing to trade his time and his preferences for the chance to be in your orbit. It's a silent way of saying, I don't care what we are doing, as long as we are doing it together. If he starts remembering the names of the characters in your favorite show or asks questions about the plot, he is taking it a step further by validating your interests. He is making your world his world, proving that his love is inclusive and that he genuinely enjoys the simple act of existing in the same space as you. 11. Maintaining constant soft eye contact from across the room. There is a significant psychological difference between a stare and soft eye contact. When a man is in a social setting, perhaps a party or a family gathering, and he consistently finds your eyes from across the room, he is practicing what experts call emotional tethering. Even when he is engaged in a conversation with someone else, his subconscious mind is constantly scanning the environment to ensure you are okay and to remind you that you are his priority. This soft gaze is usually accompanied by a small, knowing smile or a slight nod. It creates an invisible thread between the two of you that persists despite the noise and distance of the crowd. This behavior is a sign of mutual regulation. By catching your eye, he is checking your emotional temperature. Are you having fun? Do you want to leave? Are you feeling overwhelmed? It shows that he is never truly disconnected from you, regardless of who else is in the room. In the male brain, this is a protective and bonding instinct. He is effectively saying, I see you, I'm with you, and you're the most important person here. Unlike the nervous eye contact of a crush, this is the steady, confident gaze of a man who feels a deep sense of belonging with you. If you frequently find him looking at you with a gentle, relaxed expression from a distance, it is a silent confession of a love that is both watchful and immensely proud to be yours. 12. Anticipating your needs, bringing water, charging your phone. Anticipation is one of the highest forms of intimacy because it requires a man to be mentally present in your life even when you aren't speaking. When a man loves you, he begins to track your patterns and needs with the precision of a high-tech algorithm. You might find a glass of water on your nightstand before you even realize you're thirsty, or you notice your phone is suddenly at 100% because he saw it was low and plugged it in for you. These small acts aren't just about convenience. They are about forethought. He is actively trying to minimize your future discomfort because your well-being is constantly on his mind. Psychologically, this is known as attunement. He is so in sync with your physical and emotional state that he can predict your needs before they become urgent. This is a clear indicator of high-investment love. He isn't just reacting to your requests. He is proactively creating a world that is frictionless for you. This kind of care shows that he values your comfort as much as his own. It is a quiet, daily practice of devotion that proves he is paying attention to the micro details of your existence. When a man anticipates your needs, he is essentially saying, I am looking out for you at all times, and I want to be the person who makes your life easier. It is a silent, reliable form of love that builds a foundation of profound trust over time. 13. Protectively placing his arm around your chair. Body language in a public space often reveals the territorial and protective side of a man's love. When you are sitting together and he drapes his arm across the back of your chair, even if he isn't touching you directly, he is creating a protective shield around your personal space. This is a subconscious way of signaling to the world that you are under his protection and that the two of you are a single, unified entity. It is a gesture that combines claiming with comfort. He is marking the boundary of your shared intimacy, ensuring that you feel safe and supported in your environment. This behavior is rooted in the hero instinct. By physically framing your space, he is demonstrating his readiness to stand by you. It's also a sign of dominance used for a positive purpose, not to control you, but to protect the bond. For you, it provides a sense of backup. Even if you aren't looking at him, you can feel his arm behind you, acting as a constant reminder of his presence. Psychologically, this builds a sense of us against the world. It is a silent, masculine way of expressing devotion that doesn't require a single word. He is effectively holding the fort for you, allowing you to relax and be yourself because he has the perimeter covered. 14. Always making sure you walk on the safer side of the street. The habit of a man switching sides while walking so that he is closer to the traffic is one of the most classic, silent acts of chivalry. While it might seem like an old-fashioned gesture, it is actually a deeply ingrained protective reflex. When a man does this instinctively, he is placing himself between you and potential danger. He is subconsciously accepting the risk of the environment so that you don't have to. This shows that his protector switch is always in the on position when he is with you. He is prioritizing your physical safety above his own comfort. This behavior is a sign of altruistic love. It's a small, physical sacrifice that he makes every single time you walk together. It proves that he has a vigilance for your well-being that never sleeps. Beyond the physical safety, this gesture also provides emotional safety. It tells you that he is a man who pays attention to the details and who takes his role in the relationship seriously. If he does this without thinking, shifting his position the moment you cross a street or enter a parking lot, it is a clear sign that his love is rooted in a desire to be your guardian. He is non-verbally communicating that your life is more valuable to him than his own, and he will always be the buffer between you and the harshness of the world. 15. The lingering hug that lasts a few seconds too long. We all give and receive hugs, but there is a specific type of hug that only happens when a man is deeply in love. It is the lingering hug, the one where he holds you for a few seconds longer than socially necessary. After the initial squeeze, instead of letting go, he stays there, perhaps resting his chin on your head or tucking you closer into his chest. This extra time allows for a massive release of oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which deepens the emotional bond and lowers stress levels for both of you. In the silent language of love, this lingering hug is a recharging station. He is soaking in your presence and trying to bottle up the feeling of being close to you. It shows that he finds peace and home in your arms. When he refuses to let go immediately, he is signaling that he doesn't want the moment to end. It's a sign of emotional hunger. He simply can't get enough of the connection. This hug is an act of surrender. He is letting down all his guards and allowing himself to be fully present with you. It is a powerful, silent way of saying, "You are my safe haven, and I never want to let you go." If he consistently holds you just a little bit longer than expected, it is the ultimate proof that his love is deep, soulful, and enduring.